Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another video. And today's one, we're going to be doing something new and unique, possibly going forward with this as well with other comics. So today I thought we'd be doing a review on the comics. Like, I've done everything else leading up to the comic and actually reading the comic itself. Why don't I exactly talk about it afterwards? Now, I know that I normally do this in a live stream and I'm not taking it away, we are still going to be talking about it in the live stream. I just want to do a little review on it, just to have a bit more content for it, and just make it a bit more of a big thing, because we wait a month for it, and then after that we don't really talk about it ever again. So I thought, we might as well make the most of it and talk about it. So today's one, we're going to be reviewing the issue 127 of the RDW ongoing series, which is currently out now. I'll recommend buying it before it sells out, maybe, just because this one is an important issue with the first appearance of Venus de Milo and maybe other titles. Yeah, this issue is definitely going to be a really interesting one to see what it sets up for the future, as there's so many things that does get set up, but will they ever get resolved quickly or not at all? It's going to be like another thing which we'll see down the road, which I think could be interesting. It's just how long are they going to wait to show off these things. So yeah, so we're going to talk about in like stages and all that, just so that I can get my thoughts across a lot clearer. So we get the first opening scene, which is about 3-4 pages, which is just the Triceraton and Ultron argument. I thought this was okay. It's continuing on the story. I like how it's just not the main focus, but it has a focus in the story. So I think it's good. It sets up for what is going to be happening later with the Utrons and Triceratons. Nothing big there, but like it's quite interesting to see what could potentially be happening there. And we got Sherelle, which always good to see him. And they're going up against Zog and Burrell, I think was the other Triceraton. I think it was. I could be wrong about that. But it does give me vibes of the Rogue in the House episode from 2003 show, which again I can't exactly complain too much. Now the other Ultron, which names just slipped my mind, she takes Cersei, but I'm not too sure if it's Cersei or if it's Magenta, because they said in both names and I'm really confused which one it is. But the Ultron puts her in the machine Intelligent, and it's now increasing her life or increasing her body growth to be 5 years, could possibly be longer. Now I feel like this is going to be like a really interesting story point for the future for this character, as it could be like a character who's grown up without actually growing up. It could make for a really interesting story, and I feel like this will be like a really good story if they do put this one into like a main series, such as maybe putting in Mutant Town, as I feel like she would fit the cast, but like, at the same time, you've got so many other main characters. Do you really need another one? But at the same time, if you're not really going to do much of this character, what was the real point? You're only making a conflict with like two characters that's not really that much of a big deal, even though you're trying to make it out to be a big deal. So it's interesting, but I don't know. It's okay. I just feel like it depends how they go around this in the future for future stories. So, with the main story, we've got Donatello, who's an Alapex, who's fallen into just Dr. Jasper Barlow's surgery from last issue. So the gang arrives and asking, getting healed and everything, and turns out that Dr. Jasper Barlow doesn't treat humans, but like he was a human, so why? And yeah, so the Turtles leave, and then they go back to their home. And this is where it gets a bit weird. So Raphael says that he's going to be doing things by law. He doesn't want to break into someone's house, and he wants to get hard evidence, and it's understandable. However, the thing is, the Turtles have never really done anything by the law before, so it is interesting and quite unique and cool to see them do it in this sort of way. But at the same time, you get Alapex, who's just moaning and wrath because he's doing things by properly. And to me, this comes off as a bit weird for Alapex, as she just seems like she wants to do the right, she's got a good motive and all that, but she's also coming off a bit evil, like not wanting to do the right thing. I understand where she's coming from. It just makes her like a bit weird, like in that sort of way. So I don't know. It just seems really weird. However, the turtles do decide to go back to the old home, which is the church. Something which I thought the turtles actually forgotten about, and I'm quite glad which they are going back to it. And I was quite surprised that it was a mutant town, maybe. Now in this scene where like all the characters are looking or in the church, it does feel more like a family. I think it's just the inclusion of Jenica and Lisa that really makes the whole family thing more of a family. So later on, Donatello goes back to Jasper Barlow's. He wants to get some more information about his procedure for a new shell, because at the moment his one is hurting. We're not exactly too sure why, it's just something that's been hurting him for quite a while. And this has been going back since like issue 101, so it's cool that they're bringing back story points, and I just wonder if they're going to do anything about the shell, or it's just going to be the metal shell forever. Either way, I'm cool with it, but yeah. However, Alapex breaks in as well, and she comes across Dirtbag, and she stabs him in the head, but he doesn't do anything except rips off her tail. Really weird, bizarre, amazing, dark, gory, everything like that. It's weird. I don't know exactly too sure how to explain it. It's just one of those cool things, and I'm interested to see what happens to Alapex. And I'm sort of like concerned for her safety. I know that she's probably going to be in a few more issues, but I feel like this would sort of be like a cool thing to like. I don't want to say, but, like kill her off, like it's like a clear message or something like that. But again, I don't think they will. But like, it really does feel like they're going to go to that sort of point. And yeah. However, I would like Alapex to find Sheena. Like, I feel like that's the sort of character I'd like her to find, more than Jenica. But like Sheena, we've more or less forgotten about what's happening to her. However, Alapex does find a whole room full of like tubes full of mutant turtles, and this is where it's getting a bit interesting. Just because these turtles, there's 5 of them, and in different comic they cover, there's 4 turtles and all different. I'm wondering if they could be these turtles, which if it is, then oh my god, this is going to be amazing. But if that's the case, then where's the 5th turtle? Are these turtles clones? Are these like something new? Are they related to our turtles? So I'm really interested to see what they do with this. I think it's going to be like a really interesting story point to go forward with. And with more turtles, I'm not too sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It really depends how much of an input they are like in future stories. I would like to see more of them. I haven't really seen much of them, but this is like one of those like oh shit moments. And like you do get another one, which is about to talk about now. So the other thing, which is Donatello goes to Dr. Jasper Barlow, and it's revealed that he's taken a few of the dragon scales from when the dragon was defeated in issue 100. And he's been using these scales so that he's been able to do research and been able to like get mutants back to humanity in, well, most of their humanity anyway. I mean, somehow Dr. Jasper Barlow is a mouse. He's more of a freak than anything, but that's still beyond the point. But turns out that Dr. Jasper Barlow has been creating a new mutant, and it is none other than Venus de Marlowe. And this would have been cool if only we had not been given the whole reveal thing by the I can't remember what comic site was, but they said that Venus was coming in this issue, and like I was really looking forward to this issue anyway. But when they revealed it, my hype for this issue, like I was lost for words. But I felt like it would have been so much cooler if you didn't have to do a big reveal beforehand. Just like in issue, what's it, 125, we got Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. We didn't know that, but those two characters were coming, and we were all surprised and shocked. But now we get this, it's like, you know, it's cool to have it in the comic. It's just like I wish they would have left it to be this big reveal for this issue. But so nonetheless, I'm happy that we have got this issue with this Venus in there. It doesn't really set too much up in terms of the character, but like, it's a nice setup to be like, oh my god, they're doing that character. And I think like next issue they're gonna be delving into a backstory maybe, or doing something with Venus. So that's gonna be really interesting. But yeah, this issue has definitely been really interesting. This one's more like a third issue, which I feel like worked, as it was moving the story along nicely, while also not being overly that important. The artwork, like most, with like the past two issues with this story arc, I said like, oh, you need to. It was like one of those ones where like I need to warm up to the story or like the artwork to fully get invested in this one. But this one, I was just, I didn't have a problem with this one. I feel like because I've looked at the past two issues, it wasn't too hard to just be like, yeah, I'm behind this and all that. The writing was still good as always. There's nothing I really complain about that. The overall story, yeah, it was good. I just wish it wasn't. It's just the press for like really ruined it. So I wanted it to be like, oh my god, man, I can't believe Venus is in it. But we don't get that. Ugh. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm interested in seeing what people think about this issue in the comments below, so if you want to let me know, just let me know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do something, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.